Hey guys, it's Scarlet. I forgot to film an intro, so come with me to count down for the Riftbound Regional Qualifiers in Sydney. 10 days to Sydney RQ. I am last minute cramming. 10 days to RQ. What do you think? Ready? I am super terrified because I am not ready at all. Hey guys, it's Scarlet. It's 10 days to Sydney RQ and I am terrified. Honestly, I'm kind of panicking because I'm realizing that it's coming soon and I feel like I definitely did not have enough practice. I don't even think I played as much set 3 as I did in set 2 because life's been busy with work, juggling content and everything, so I'm kind of terrified. I feel like I'm not as well versed in my LeBlanc as I was in my Victor, and then I'm having thoughts about should I change my deck? What should I change? Should I do another deck? Should I change my deck list? Yada yada. Anyway, today I spent practicing my turn order. So what would I do if I got certain cards and what will I mull away and which cards I will play at which turns. And hopefully this kind of helps me prepare for the senior RQ so that I don't spend so much time thinking about what I want to mull away. So I'll be taking this weekend to really start grinding more games. So see you tomorrow for tomorrow's update. Hey guys, it's Scarlet. It's 8 days to Sydney RQ and I am practicing. He already disconnected, but we were practicing our matchups and I was still practicing my LeBlanc decks. Honestly, I still feel not ready. I might need to tweak my decks a little bit here and there because my LeBlanc deck is still a work in progress, so I might tweak it closer to the date, but I'm still very nervous overall about the whole Sydney RQ. I keep thinking what it'd be like. When I imagine it would be like 1,000 people, it kind of scares me a bit, honestly. In other news, look at my nails. They're kind of growing out, but I really love how every day I look at it and I think about Rebound. So call me obsessed if you will. I'm reminding myself that I can do it, I just need to practice and everything will be smooth for the Sydney RQ. I think my goal is to at least win 3 games at the Sydney RQ and also make a lot of friends because I feel like sometimes I'm a bit anxious and shy, so I don't dare to approach people. So I want to encourage myself to approach more people at the Sydney RQ, especially because there's people coming from all around the world. And I've never been to Sydney actually, so I'm really excited to see what it's like. And I think the weather will be cold. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the update. It's 5 days to Sydney RQ and I am not ready. Today I just got back from my weeklies and I am still kind of struggling here and there with certain matchups. So I went for weeklies both yesterday and today, and I think there are certain matchups that I really just don't really know how to play against yet. So for example, yesterday I went 2-1. And of course it varies for different deck lists and how the decks are operated. But I kind of struggled against Draven a little because of purple has so many bounce spells. And then for today I kind of struggled against Diana, also because of the purple spells. So I think I definitely played a lot more these few days because I'm like last minute panicking and trying to prepare for the regional qualifier. Look at this, it's so cute. I would say that my goal would to at least win a few games, maybe 4 games. I don't even know how many games there will be. I think after playing so many hours of games, we definitely need some sugar boost, so I'll be giving us some free candy as long as my cards. But if you are watching this already, you probably already subbed to the channel. Unless. Okay, my other parcel for RQ is coming. To be honest, if you ask me, is it really related to Sydney? But hey, a girl's gotta have outfits for special events, you know? So I guess that's the relation I have to my parcels and Sydney RQ. Anyway, as I was saying, I hope that my last minute cramming can at least do me some good to have more knowledge. I'm still learning something new every time I go for weeklies, so hopefully I'll do okay at the Sydney RQ. I'm trying not to put too much expectations on my performance, especially since it's my first competitive tournament. So I'm trying to not get my hopes up too much, but I also don't want to perform poorly, if you get what I mean. So yeah, see you guys again for tomorrow's update. Hey guys, it's Carla. I'm back with an update. So today is 5 days to Sydney RQ. It's terrifying that the number can fit on one hand. So for an update, today I went to my local game shop and I joined a Learn to Play. Because the distributor is coming to Singapore, all the LGS is trying to get new players to come in and learn about Riftbound. So I was happy to be around the new players and also learn about some things that are still confusing, like how does the chain stack of the action speed and reaction speed. Because as someone with no background in TCG, I feel like this is something that was harder to understand for me, like what is a chain and what is resolving a stack. Then I also participated in the lucky draw and I won a giant oversized Miss Fortune promo. It's funny because the first champion I ever played was Miss Fortune in set 1, so that was kind of nice. Tomorrow I'm also going to another LGS and I'm gonna be the one teaching tomorrow. So today in my Learn to Play session, how it was there was 4 of us in a group. One was supposed to be the teacher, and then there was 3 of us. 2 of the other players were MTG players who were interested in coming into Riftbound. And then for me, I'm just a person who's into Riftbound but still have some questions here and there. And then yeah, so it was more of explaining the basics, like how everything works, like what are runes, what kind of cards you have in the deck, like gears, spells, units, reaction speed, action speed. And I think because the other players were experienced in MTG, so the things like reaction speed and action is easier for them to understand because they know the concept of, I think it's called instance if I'm not wrong. So I think it was just more about learning like the overall procedure about the ABCD and that kind of thing. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna be the one going to a LGS to explain to the new players how the overall Riftbound works. And I'm kinda nervous, not gonna lie. I feel like I'm not a pro for sure, but I do know the basics enough to teach them like the ABCDs, what you should do every turn, how the battlefield and the mechanics work. So I think I'm just a bit nervous. Today at my LGS, I did do some explaining because the teacher was teaching one guy and then the other guy was supposed to be mock battling with me, so I was explaining a little. But tomorrow it will be like probably me and a group. I don't know how big is the group, so I'm kind of nervous. I promise I will do my best and I will prepare everything, and hopefully we can get more new players into the community of Riftbound, because that would be great, especially because the regional qualifiers will come to Singapore in September. So I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on how I do as a teacher. I don't want to call myself that, but quotation, okay? Teacher quotation. So I'll update you guys tomorrow. Good morning guys! Today I'm going to the Learn to Play at Card Central and I'm preparing some material. So I'm going to write down the ABCD so that it's easier to visualize. I also prepared the playmat so the players know what zones we have in Riftbound. And I'm excited but also nervous at the same time. I never helped out in any of the Riftbound events yet, so this will be my first time. ABCD guys, remember your ABCDs. I feel like so much time has passed since I got the first ever starter decks and in Chinese, and now all the English starter decks are coming out and all the products are coming out for all the new players. So I'm so excited to have more people in the community. I'm thinking about maybe making more videos to introduce where to play Riftbound in Singapore or how you get into Riftbound, so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely not a pro player in a sense where I can give you guys like deck tips and how to be the best at certain things, but I do want to give perspective of a beginner in Riftbound. Am I still a beginner now? To kind of know what the Riftbound scene is like in Singapore. So definitely it will be more vlogs, unboxings, events, showing you guys the weeklies, and maybe sometimes my gameplay. See you guys at Card Central! Hey, Card Central! Yeah, having the Magic RQ today. And then here is all the Riftbound Learn to Play. Hey guys, it's Scarlet. It's 4 days to Sydney RQ and I just got back from the Learn to Play at Card Central. I was helping out to teach new players who are interested to get into Riftbound how the basics of Riftbound works, and how many decks you need in a card, what does conquering and holding mean. So it was a very fulfilling day and I'm very happy to meet new players and get more people into Riftbound. Hopefully I see them around at weeklies. And now I also want to do an unboxing. I know it's a little bit extra, but I got a clock. And this is a clock that they use for chess. The reason is because I'm kind of anxious that I'm taking too long for my turns. I feel like sometimes when I'm thinking about my plays, I don't really know how much time has passed while I'm thinking about it. And because I'm going to the senior RQ, I guess I feel kind of anxious that I'm taking too much time, because I definitely do not want to be the person that is too slow. So let me put it in and see if it works. So yeah, I'm kind of extra, but I think this will help me be less anxious about being slow for my turn. So hopefully this helps. Okay, but anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the update. Okay, but anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another update for the countdown to Sydney RQ. Hey guys, it's Scarlet. I'm back from the weekly at Card Central and I went 2-1. I think recently I've been having a very big 2-1 streak. Like, there's some matchups that I just kind of struggle against or I make a lot of weird mistakes. So I definitely need to really absorb and learn from the mistakes I make and stop making them. So for the update, it's 4 days to the Sydney RQ and to be very honest, I think I'm a little overwhelmed. I think trying to juggle preparing for the tournament and content and work is kinda taking a toll on me. Don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful that I have the chance to go to the Sydney RQ, especially as a creator. I think I'm just trying to share my feelings on how I'm handling the preparation and also balancing everything in life. But something that really helped me was today when I went to the weeklies, I saw a lot of new players, especially players who came to the Learn and Play yesterday. They came back to join the weeklies and it was really fun to see so many new players and seeing the community grow. I was speaking to some of the players at the weeklies and telling them that I was very nervous to go to Sydney RQ, and they encouraged me by saying that, oh, you know, Scarlett, it's okay, don't stress out, just go there and have fun. And I think it kind of reminded me that, oh, okay, maybe I should just take a deep breath, relax, and don't put too much pressure on myself. I think for me, the way that I think about this is that even though I'm not very pro at the game or a very experienced player and I'm just a beginner trying to learn, I still want to try competing in Riftbound seriously and really learning how it's like to compete in official tournaments. So with that being said, I'll definitely take the advice of all the people who encouraged me and told me to have fun, because I think that's very important when competing and joining these large events. So I'll try not to put too much pressure on myself on the score that I need to get or doing this and that while I'm there, and try to be in the moment and have fun. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another update. This is Scarlett. It's 2 days to the Sydney RQ and I am terrified. I'm starting to finalize my deck because I need to submit my deck submission and it's starting to feel all too real to me. Like, my flight is the day after tomorrow, which is also real to me. Like, look at this. Sydney Regional Qualifier, 16th of May, and there's 1,417 people. That is something else. So I have to insert my deck now, and I'm terrified thinking that I will be in a place competing with another 1,416 people. It is terrifying. I think because it's my first tournament, the scaries are extra intense. Like, I have no idea what to expect. I'm thinking it's gonna be very crowded, lots of people, and then I just think, will I be able to make friends? Will I be able to play like how I usually do? Just a lot of thoughts in my head. And having to commit to my deck now, it's scary. I think I'm overthinking. I start thinking like, what if I want to change my deck? What if I want to change this card, that card? What if I want to change my sideboard? But okay, I guess there's no use worrying too much because I know that technically there's nothing much I can do except go for it and try my best. So I guess that's what I'll do. I have another confession to make, which is I haven't packed yet. I know I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, but I have not packed yet. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the update. Hey guys, it's Scarlett. It's 2 days to the Sydney RQ and I'm not ready. I just got home, so I'm packing up my luggage, and I guess this is the last update you'll see from me. And I think this will be the last update for the countdown to the Sydney RQ, because by the time you see this, I will already be in Sydney. The rest of the footage I'll be filming after this update will go into my vlog, where I show my experience at the Sydney RQ for things like how my experience went, how's my matches overall, and how did I feel about my first time being a competitive player. I'll also do one more video to pack for the Sydney RQ, so if you're interested in going to any of the Riftbound Regional Qualifiers, maybe you have an idea of what to bring. But I will say I'm a very bad overpacker. I always pack too much, so you can see how I do in my packing. I've never been to Australia before, so it's my first time, and being able to go really makes me so excited. And even though I'm so nervous, I can't wait for the experience to begin. So see you guys there if you're going to the Sydney RQ. Otherwise, thanks for joining me on my countdown for the Sydney RQ. Remember to like, share and subscribe to this video. We are still doing the giveaway, so check out my giveaway video and remember to comment to join. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ooh, out!